Hello, I'm just coming on here to talk to you a little bit about how I feel about the TikTok ban and reinstatement, and all of that lovely stuff that's happening right now. Basically, if you saw my other posts, my stories on Instagram, I kind of immediately jumped to, like, I don't want to be a part of this. Like, I do not want to support these apps that are run by these billionaires, these billion-dollar corporations. I don't want to support them in any way. And so my first thought immediately was I need to just leave them and I don't want to use them anymore and blah blah blah. My cat is just her butt's in my face. Anyway, but I realized, not just realized, but like I have been going back and forth about it because the reason that I'm on these apps, of course, for entertainment, right? Like, first of all, I don't even really use TikTok. I almost never open it. The only time I ever look at it really is when a friend sends me a TikTok to watch, and then I'll watch that TikTok, and then sometimes I'll scroll a little bit longer and watch them. I'm not saying I don't watch short form content. I do watch reels, and I do watch like YouTube shorts and stuff from time to time, and I understand that they're like behind. I understand. But um I'm it's not like I'm not aware of everything that's going on. I use Twitter a lot more than anything, and I wish I didn't because I hate Elon Musk and I hate what he has turned Twitter into. I think it is literally a cesspool of negativity and anger, and it makes me angry. But not only just that, but like everyone, it's not even just a cesspool of anger, it's a cesspool of hate. It's everyone posting horrible things about other human beings, and you're just like, cool, I guess this is just normal again to say these things about people, and you're just like, okay, that's great. I love that the pendulum is swinging back in this direction because it's not like it's never happened before. But it's frustrating to see these online communities and these places that, like, I felt not like, oh, this is like a home to me, whatever, but like I could connect with people and I could understand what they're going through because they're talking. Like, there are people from all over the world on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, like on all of these places that, are communicating their stories and their opinions. And it's important that we communicate like that. Like, that's the whole reason why TikTok was banned, was because they didn't want, they wanted to be able to control the amount and what was being said, but control the amount of people, like, communicating their feelings about specific topics. And Instagram, Twitter, these are owned by Americans. And so they are under the US control. And TikTok wasn't. I say wasn't because there's literally no way that they mentioned Trump both in the, like, going away message and coming back message, and they're not now under control of, like, the US government. Are they explicitly under control of the US government? No, but like they're obviously in talks with Trump, and I don't approve of that. I think it's insane that that's happening. And while I don't fault anyone for going back to any of these apps or going back to TikTok and like re-downloading it, using it again. I have no problem with people doing that. I won't be doing it only because like I said, I wasn't using it in the first place, really, so I'm not going to be downloading TikTok. But I don't fault anyone for doing that, especially people who make their living off of content creation, off of their small business online. I understand 100% that they would do that. I just hope that people think critically about what they're seeing and why it was unbanned, and don't give props to Donald Trump because he's literally a fascist. So I just hope that you just remember that, and also going forward, like, you're going to see propaganda on there. Like, there's no possible way that they are not going to fix the algorithm to, if they haven't already, to cater towards more like Trump positive things, more right-wing things. There's no way that they're not going to do that. Like, Facebook and Twitter have already been doing that. So I hope that you're using it critically. And that's what I always want, right? Like, you can use these apps, and this is kind of my point, is that like I'm probably going to use them eventually. I may take a break from, I'm not going to use Twitter, or I mean TikTok. I may take a break from Instagram at least. And I really haven't been using Facebook very often, but I think in the end, my decision, well, right now, is that I think it's important for people to stay connected in times like this. So actually, of like staying off of these apps or whatever, even though it is supporting them to be on it, it may not be the best option. At least it's like you can't escape this, right? We are continuously under control of the government and the propaganda that they espouse. But like, being able to push back is important. And if I can just like, if I stay on here, I'm not going to be silent about those things. I will absolutely be speaking up about them, and I'm going to be pushing back, but I think it's important to be connected, to have community when something like this is happening. And so leaving the apps may not be really the best solution, and I was a little hasty when I did that, but I was just so upset thinking about like supporting these people and supporting these companies, and in the end, like, I can't not. Like, there's no avoiding it. There's really no avoiding it. If you want to stay informed, stay connected to people across the world, you unfortunately have to support them. And it's very frustrating, and it's by design. Like, 100% by design. They are in control of all of these social media things. Even like Bill Gates getting in on it too with all of the Microsoft products, I'm sure. It's just like, I hate where we're going. I hate so much where we're going. But I think that we're stronger together, so that's why I do think staying on all of these apps is important. But also, I don't fault anyone for leaving them, and I don't fault anyone for just taking their own, like, taking their own mental health into account and not being involved. So I don't know what the future holds, obviously, especially with the inauguration tomorrow. Like, everything sucks, but I do think that we're stronger together and that we need to voice our opinions, we need to fight back, and we need to stick together. So, staying away from the abs is not what I'm going to do. But you gotta do it critically. Got to make sure that you are, when you see something, you are not just taking it at face value and believing it, but you have to be thinking critically and being like, is this real or is this true? And, doing your own research, but not in the weird COVID way where people are like, I did my own research. It's like, yeah, but you don't know how to research. By doing your own research, you meant you listened to a podcast, right? Yeah, cool. Anyway, but that's about it. Okay, so as of right now, I might take a break. You might see me on here tomorrow. I have no idea. Who knows? But I just am frustrated.